Hello friends, and welcome back to a new GMT video update where we will be taking a look at what happened in the last 24 hours and what is my next move for GMT, because as you know, GMT, the last 24 hours has been skyrocketing, okay? But it's very important that we be smart right now and we don't let fear of missing out get to us. And I will analyze what my next move is and where I see GMT actually heading to as well. So let's take a look here. So we know that we have been trading in the zone for a GMT at about 2, and we had a recent resistance of 2.6. I stated that at that time, if we do zoom in the last video as well, we know that we had a resistance level here, which price retested back several times. We were in an uptrend, as you can see here, from 2, and we created here a resistance at about 2.6. This level was very important because we saw recent resistance there, and we saw price come back down right away. So this price was very important to us, as you can see. But if you take a look here, we could see that price. I stated in this video that price was waking up there, and we saw recent resistance at 2.6, which price was heading to. We saw that price here. It was in an uptrend, as you can see, and then we broke the uptrend. But we came back to a recent support area, as you can see, to the price that we had before at 2.25, where we were oversold. But take a look here. We created a divergence, and then we were under the 50 EMA, where we retested back, but we broke that zone. But we came back to the levels here of 2.6. And now I stated that if I wanted to see GMT to the upside, we would need to break the levels of very heavy resistance here at 2.6, break there, create a support level here where we do a break and a retest. As you can see here, this is a break and a retest. We came back, we went down back here to the levels of support area, which was very important because we created here a level of support. And as you can see, overall right now, we are very overextended from the 50 EMA. You see this big gap here from the 50 EMA, indicating that this is a very strong bullish momentum. But also, let's keep in mind, let's be smart. As we stated in our last video, it's easy to take a look at this and think, wow, this is amazing. This project is going to the moon and everything. But let's be smart, okay? Yes, GMT can continue. This is crypto. It can continue to 30x, and it can do a lot of things. Yes, but let's be smart here, okay? Since we don't have levels of retracement back for GMT, we don't know which zone it will go to, okay? So right now we know that there's a level of very heavy resistance here at about 3, okay? So this level is very important because as you can see before, we can see that price had a very heavy downtrend when we created that level where we had a double top, as you can see here, and right after we created a downtrend, as you can see. So this level was very crucial because this level came back down up here. But take a look at what happened for GMT, which indicated to us, the momentum is still going. It had an order block right under at these levels of 3.2. We have another supply here and demand at 2.8. You can see here this level is very important as well because we wigged down here to the levels of demand that we had before. So 2.8 is a very crucial level for us, as you can see here. Overall, we had an ascending triangle here as well. As you can see, we saw the pattern. We see that price was had a resistance level at 3.3, and we also have a demand level at 3.1. This level wigged down here several times, created a double bottom, as you can see here, and then we saw price rally back up right away. So this price is very important, but let's be smart here, okay? This is very overextended, if I'm being honest, with GMT. We can see that overall the trend is in the uptrend, as you can see here. But let's be smart. I do believe that for GMT, I would love for a retracement to come back and for it to cool down a little bit. So we saw that this is very overextended. We see the RSI is very overextended as well. And when that happened before, we could see the rally back down to the level of demand at about 3.07. We are currently at 3.7. Price can continue, like I stated, it will be overextended. It could reach another overextension like we see here of 80, since we are currently at about 74. And this level will be very important to see how it will react when it touches back to these levels of RSI at 80. But we know that there's also a big gap here, okay? So I would at least want GMT to come back to us to the 2 levels of demand here that we could see for it to cool down a little bit as well in the RSI. So I wanted to come back down to at least 3.1 before we continue to our uptrend here, as we can see, because we know that there's recent levels of resistance before and we know that there's a heavy support area right under it. So if you could come back to these levels here, and for people and investors that haven't got into the project, it will give them a better entry as well to get into it. But please be cautious because we are very overextended here in the 50 MA, which could be a good sign and a bad sign. The good thing is that the bullish momentum is continuing and the trend is very strong. But also keep in mind, for me to get into dollar cost in GMT, I would like for price to come back down here to the levels of 50 MA where it rebounces back of 2.8. Will that happen in the next coming days or ever? Maybe. This is my personal preference. This is what I see as well, and I want to see a little bit of a retracement at least to the 3.3. Okay, I want to see retracements back to 3 at the recent resistance that we had for me to consider to get into the project, because right now, as you can see, I want a dollar cost average on my entries for GMT, but I can't at these prices. Okay, so please be cautious. We will have a setback here at the level since we are about 3.6. That setback could be very small. Okay, that setback could come back down to the levels of resistance that we had before as well. At these levels here, where we had a lot of wicks, which is about 3.4. So these levels are very important. Okay, let's see how a GMT reacts at these levels, and then you also decide if this is the right entry for you to get into it. And do your own research, guys, because it's very important. See if this is the right entry for you. See if everything lines up, and if it does, then go ahead and get into GMT and dollar cost average. But just keep in mind, we also, as you can see here in the 1 hour, we could see that we had a rejection wick here at these levels. We had a rejection wick at 3.7, and let's see how it will react from the overextension here and the gaps that we have. So just a quick update on GMT, guys. I hope you guys liked the video and found value in it, and I hope to see you on the next one. Take care and stay blessed.